Well, one spot I can guarantee that you've never been inside is the announcer's booth right here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. But one guy that's been here for 10 years this year is Andy Seiler. You are the rodeo announcer along with a couple of other buddies that have been here a very long time. But thank you for taking us into the studio.
No problem at all. No, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be here. I get to work with Bob Tallman and Boyd Paul Hamus, who both have been here over 3 decades apiece. So there's a lot of experience that comes into this, but there's also a lot of excitement.
Now, I want to make sure that our viewers know it's not like a sportsy play-by-play, because you are actually looking down inside the stadium. You've got the monitors up close, but you really have to pay attention to every bull rider, every single chuck wagon, everything that's happening. You're getting a perfect bird's eye view of.
Well, the team that we have really matters because we have to hand off to each other. We have to understand where each other's going to go and finish the stories as best we can. And we want to tell the stories not just about the rodeo athletes, but about the animal athletes too, because a lot of these bulls and horses, they have their own history. You know, their dads or granddads or moms may have competed here inside NRG Stadium. So there's lineage on both sides, and we want to make sure that we are creating more fans, but also educated fans, people who get to understand a little bit more about our sport whenever they come here and whenever they leave, and hopefully come back.
I love that, because there's a ton of people who have never been to the rodeo and they come in and they don't know what to expect, and then they get a whole bunch of fun happening inside the stadium. Now, I have to ask for our viewers as well, how did you get into this?
So I found it as a way to pay my way through college.
Okay.
So I was a rodeo athlete. I was a team roper, but I realized about junior year that college was as far as I was going to go. You got to get a real job, right?
Famous last words.
That's exactly
Sorry,
right.
Mom.
So I started announcing in college and was able to graduate debt-free because of what I was able to do, and then just gain contacts from there, and here I am.
Here we are. Okay, so we are inside the announcer's booth, which I'm sure people are like, oh, I thought it was going to be bigger. How many times do you hear
Exactly.
that?
Exactly.
But it's really a simple setup for you and your friends and all your coworkers, and you've got a great view. Now, if you can see, they've got rehearsals happening ahead of all the festivities, but look at this view. You get this every night. These windows open, and you see everything that happens.
We're up here, all 3 of us will sit down here at our announcer desk. We have one monitor for video and one monitor for stats, so that kind of keeps us up with what's happening during the show. From there, we work as a team to make sure that we're seeing what's happening, we understand the flow of the show, what's coming next, and we try to pass it off as naturally as possible.
I like it. I like all the camaraderie as a team up here. It does take a village to run stuff like this. And how loud is everything in your headset have to be?
Well, actually, we don't even wear a headset. We just have an IFB, so we just have an earpiece. Yep.
Okay.
So you have one ear that's partially blocked, but we also want to hear what's happening in the room.
Yeah.
You know, if we said something, did we get a reaction for that? You know, we call it the feel of the room, if you will. So it's not just regular television where you're playing to people behind the screen. We're playing to a live audience, so we have to have a television program and a live program both at the same time.
Happening at the same time, I gotcha.
So.
Okay, one last question though. From this gorgeous view, who's the coolest person that you've seen in these seats over the last 10 years? Is that even a fair question to ask?
Yeah, I think President Bush
okay.
was the coolest for me. I didn't get to meet him. His Secret Service team was right behind him, so I just kind of walked by and was like,
take my photo as I'm walking by.
But that was pretty cool to walk behind the United States
president. Andy, this is really, really cool for you to let us in here. Thank you so much for just kind of giving us the behind-the-scenes look inside the announcer's booth, and we can't wait to catch you each night at Rodeo Houston.
You bet. Thank you for your time.
Sure.